Woke up crying at about noon. Just remembered I gotta protest ICE real soon. I gotta yell and block before deportations begin, before I start stealing all my friends. About to go and I started to cry. My kids had to go to school, so I gave them a ride. Ran to the car and grabbed my tissue. I gotta do something about this ICE agent issue. Change my pronouns and grab my whistle. These racist ICE agents need a quick dismissal. Jumped in the pilot, heard Trump and I cried. I got real triggered and proceeded to cry. Then I heard AOC say, if you obstruct the agency, immigrants can stay. I saw golden caskets on my new wish list, and my kids watch me on the news and win something like this.
So a woman was shot and killed the other day in Minneapolis. As we all know, this isn't a new thing. This isn't exactly breaking news. And look, I'm not here to analyze footage. I'm not here to be like a forensics guy. That's not why you come to the Bearing Channel. I guess I'm here to have a look at the phenomenon we see going on, where depending on what side of the aisle you sit politically, you tend to see different things. It's remarkable. I mean, it's almost like, you know, simulation theory, right? Like, imagine if we were in like a simulation. It's like the architects or the people running the simulation have just like inserted this event to just completely fuck with people's heads. Like, let's insert the perfect event that can make both sides of politics think that they're just completely right. Let's make them go nuts and just watch and laugh. Now, for the record, what I reckon happened, and I'm borrowing this from AIU. Remember AIU? He's been banned from YouTube like 50,000 fucking times. But he's still out there. Good on him. Now, this Renee Good woman was intentionally blocking the road to interfere with ICE. She was told to get out of her car. She intentionally drove her SUV directly into a human being. And she got shot. It's that fucking simple. Now, there's all sorts of arguments about, oh, which way were the fucking wheels facing? People are saying, well, he shouldn't have been standing in front of the car, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I'm not here to analyze the forensics. I'm here to have a look at the astounding stories that are being told about this event, mainly from the left. Also some funny shit. We're going to have a look at some funny shit too. So without further ado, let's go!
ICE in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, I believe in Minneapolis, which is also where my brother lives, murdered a woman, Renee Good, for literally no reason. Minding her business, going about her day.
Renee Nicole Good was her name, by the way. She was leaving her home to go pick up her son. Leaving her home to go pick up her son was not protesting. She didn't use her car as a weapon. What? You can see plain as day in the videos.
So as you can see, the TikTokers are having a hard time with reality. She was just minding her own business. She was simply picking her child up from school. I mean, it's almost as if they believe this woman was just sitting in her car and this big bad ICE agent just approached her car and fucking blasted her. I know I said I wasn't going to analyze footage, but you can see in the build-up of this thing, she's clearly blocking the road. She's kind of dancing to the sound of her own horn. Her big butch wife's talking all sorts of mad sass to the ICE agents. And then you can see she clearly drives her car into him. Going back to the chain of events, she was intentionally blocking the road. She was told to get out of her car. She intentionally drove her SUV into a human being and she was fucking shot. I mean, where's the argument here? How do you dispute this? Is the argument that she wasn't blocking the road? Is the argument that she wasn't told to get out of her car? Is the argument that she didn't intentionally run into a human being? Like, did she somehow not see the guy standing in front of her car? Did she somehow accidentally put her foot on the accelerator? I just don't get how these people come to these fucking conclusions. And the left-wing content creators are no fucking better. Have a look at Kyle Kalinske. Now, Kyle Kalinske might be a bit biased. He was, in fact, on Renee Good's lesbian softball team.
There was a murder. There's no other way to refer to this other than murder. There was a ICE murder where an ICE Gestapo thug shot a woman in the face when she was trying to drive away, because she was being harassed and pestered by agents who were, Lord only knows what, trying to arrest her and send her to a concentration camp, trying to rip apart her family, trying to fucking assault her and throw her on the ground. Well, now we know they skipped all of that and went right to murder.
I mean, how do you even argue with that? He's so far gone. A Gestapo ICE thug might have been trying to break her family apart, might have been trying to assault her, might have been trying to take her to a concentration camp. And all she was doing was trying to drive away. She was simply trying to drive away. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen hyperbole from the other side too. I've seen people call her a terrorist. Which, I mean, look, if you're going to get nitty gritty, I suppose you could say she committed an act of violence in the name of politics. But I don't think she's a fucking jihadist, you know what I mean? I don't think she got up that morning with the intention of killing a motherfucker. I think she was a retard who panicked. And in the course of doing so, she put an officer's life in danger. But the blatant and willful ignorance to the facts, it's just fucking astounding. We've got David Pacman.
We deserve to describe it accurately. Renee Nicole Good, a 37-year-old U.S. citizen, a mother, a writer, was shot and killed by an ICE agent during a massive federal immigration operation in Minneapolis. The shooting was caught on video, multiple angles, clear footage. She was just driving away. As she tried to maneuver away from the agents, an ICE officer fires 3 shots through the window. She drives a short distance, crashes, and dies in the hospital.
She was just driving away. She was a writer, guys. Apparently, she had stuffed animals in her glove compartment. Ipso facto, this Gestapo thug is guilty. We've got the majority report.
This took place probably within the past hour and a half. Car blocking ICE. The ICE told them to move, and the driver seems to be driving away. The ICE thugs are to the side of the car. They're not in front of the car in any way. They're on the side of the car, on the driver's side. We can see this quite clearly. And this person drives away and they start to fire into the car.
Not in front of the car in any way. Don't you dare believe your fucking lying eyes. What you can clearly see is actually not what happened. Fuck you. We've got the Young Turks and Chunky Yogurt. Now, to my surprise, he was actually, I mean, he's a left-wing fucking idiot, but he was actually the most sort of grounded in reality, I think.
So guys, look at it. Watch. Okay, so she's now, okay, the wheels are spinning, you're worried, but well, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Why are you in the way? Why are you drawing your gun? What are you doing? And now he shoots once in the front, second time in the side, third time on the side. No. Look, I'm not gonna be on that jury. That jury is gonna have a completely different conversation than this because they're gonna look at his history. They claim that he was hit once before and dragged. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it'll be a mitigating circumstance. They'll look at a lot of things. They'll look at that first time when her wheels are spinning and he's still in front of the car, and they'll have to decide beyond a reasonable doubt whether he killed her, murdered her, homicide, manslaughter, whatever it might be. But we're not in that courtroom right now. We're in this courtroom where we're all trying to decide what happened here and how should we react.
Okay, so at least in his own way, he sort of acknowledged that the wheels were spinning, the officer was worried, he acknowledged he was in front of the car. That was better than the other lefties. I mean, still retarded, but at least he's getting some of the facts right. But let me tell you, some people, I mean, there's just no arguing with. Take grumpy old Dave on Twitter. Now, I don't usually get into Twitter arguments. It's pretty fucking rare. I find them pointless because there's so many fucking parody accounts out there. You don't know who you're arguing with. I've got a parody account, right? And sometimes I get into arguments with people and I just go to ChatGPT and I say, give me the most insufferable rage bait response to this tweet. And I make people go fucking bonkers. So yeah, I don't usually have serious arguments on Twitter. I fuck with people on parody accounts sometimes. Now I kinda like Dave. He's an insufferable leftist, but apparently he was like one of the first people to subscribe to my channel. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he claims. But I know he's real and sometimes he's fun to argue with. So responding to someone else, I said she literally drove her car into him. Dave basically says she backed up, what the fuck were you watching? And so I said, yeah, it looks like he got glanced off the corner of her car. So he runs with his whole glance thing that I said, claiming that I said she tried to kill him, which I didn't fucking do. I mean, I think she was very reckless and could have killed him. Dave said he was safe when he fired. I said if he was glanced, then she literally she drove her car into him. We go on for a bit, but Dave's got this big thing about driving her car into him. Like there's a fucking difference. Glanced, hit, made contact with. She drove her car into him. Dave's a spastic and he knows he's a spastic. Now, don't be mean to Dave. Like I said, I kinda like Dave. He's good value. But then we've got the locals getting into it, and by locals, I mean senator. Is she a senator? I think she's a senator. Ilhan Omar, the chick who married her brother. So she joins the inevitable fucking protests, and I think just sort of being an armchair psychologist, I think she's thinking, oh, fantastic. We've got something to draw the attention away from this whole Somali scam thing. And so she's got a few words to say at this protest.
Say her name! Renee Nicole Good! Say her name! Renee Nicole Good! Say her name! Renee Nicole Good!
Now, what I find fucking amazing is that she just can't help herself, right? This chick has died. She's been shot by ICE. Everyone's angry. And she just can't fucking help herself. She's got to commandeer the whole thing into sticking up for the Somalis.
We are showing the nation that regardless of what the tyrant in the White House believes, we know that we are here to stay, and this is our country. We are going to make a life here, and we are going to stand up for our neighbors here in Minneapolis. As many of you know, they came to terrorize, abduct, and deport Somali immigrants here in Minnesota.
Incredible. Now you notice Ilhan Omar was using the chant, say her name, at the start of her speech. Well, that's been a bit of a TikTok thing too. Remember that young chick from the start of this video?
Renee Nicole Good. Say her name.
Well, apparently that is a fucking no-no. You can't say her name about Renee Good, because Renee Good, you see, is a white woman. You see, you've got black TikTok getting all up in arms about this.
Say her name is for black people.
Say her name is specifically reserved for black women.
Say her name is for black women. What happened to Renee Good is tragic, but say her name is for black women specifically.
Say her name is a movement made by black women for black women to amplify black women and black lives that are so often overlooked when it comes to police brutality. Using it for a woman in a situation where we were saying her name before the crime scene was even cleaned up makes no sense.
You heard him. Saying those 3 words is specifically for black women. You can't utter those 3 words in that order unless it's about a black chick. I saw this black chick, dude, they, them, on Twitter bitching about the fact that Renee Good raised $1 million. Seeing Renee Good get $1 million. Hang on a sec. I think I'm gonna have to get Tits to do the black voice. Tits!
Motherfucker, what? Seeing Renee Good get $1 million and having black trans community members back for 5? Oh, shit, no. Hell really is not hot enough. White people, y'all better stop picking up some of these crowd funds, motherfucker.
I have refrained, it really virtually stopped, talking about anything going on politically in the world, you know, everything with ICE, because I'm gonna be honest, this is a moment of transparency. I have really lost all empathy for anybody who isn't black. Literally, I just don't feel anything at all. Nothing.
So it kind of seems like we've got lefties lying to us. We've got black people jealous that they're not the victims. I don't know. It's all fucked. It's all really, really bizarre. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below or at my Twitter. It's at bear_ing. All right, I'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
Recession. Give me better times. Give me better times. Recession.